Welcome back to Across the Board with Ian the Colonel here on Hawk Radio, hawkradio.org. Some days are more special than others, Colonel.
Absolutely.
This day is one of those. We get the best bands on the planet every week, and we can back that up. It's a nice thing.
Right.
But every once in a while, you have a special day. You have somebody who is a legend and who has been a legend for years.
Right.
This man has been a legend longer than I've been alive. In the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You need to say nothing else.
Icon.
Icon, absolutely. George Clinton, Dr. Funkenstein, with us right now. George, how you doing? Let him know the atomic dog is in the house.
Atomic dog in the house.
Absolutely.
How y'all doing?
We're doing
Really
great,
good,
man.
really
It's,
good.
Honored to talk to you today. We appreciate the time. I know you literally just came from the recording studio minutes ago, so appreciate you jumping on with us. How do you continually find inspiration? I mean, you've been putting out albums, it's the 70s, you've been with so many bands and everything. How do you, or even earlier than that, you've been involved in music. How do you continually find inspiration?
Oh, man, the funk will do that to you. It reinvents itself all the time. There's some reason to be funky. Every day you wake up, there's another reason to get funky.
So then, when is it just everything going on in life that gets you inspired?
Oh, yeah. There's always something going on that does these things. You can say, what the funk? Let me go ahead and dance.
Right. Now,
You know what I'm saying?
you've accomplished so much in your career, and you're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, numerous albums, toured numerous years. What do you still have to accomplish left with your life?
Well, you know what? This happened last week, Ray. We just gave the mothership to the Smithsonian Institute.
Really?
They came and got it from my studio. I've been having it there for the last 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And it was up and running.
That's incredible.
They came and packed it up, and everybody was sitting around me with cheers and everything. They came along and got the mothership, along with all the documents from all the court cases I'm involved in.
Wow.
They got all that stuff. It's going to be on display. I forget how long it's going to take them to set it up there. They came and packaged it up. We go truck and carted it off.
Wow. Again, a living legend, on the line with us right now. So you talked about some of the court cases. George, let's talk about that now. The website, let me spell it out for people. It's FUNKPROBOSCI.com. Go check it out right now. Follow George on Twitter. But this is his blog, and it talks about, your everyday life, but it also talks about a lot of the legal battles and royalties rights. Talk a little bit about why that's so important.
Funk Probatsky, yes, because just like all the banks been going through all of that grand conspiracy, nobody would not believe what's happening with the music until they think about it. When you think about how many songs, and this has got nothing to do with the rappers, because we together, on all of this.
Right.
A lot of this is happening to them, and they don't know it. But all the songs that's been sampled, somebody go into the U.S. Copyright Office, fraud on the government, and changes the ownership of that. You can do it online. They're going to have to change it because they're coming up with a new law. Bono Act, they're going to have the P-Funk Act or the George Clinton Act,
Right.
where they put up some new guidelines. People have been going in changing ownership of copyrights of stuff after people die, before they die even. They just forge and have connections inside the place that allows them to do this.
Shady stuff.
Along with in BMI, the same way. We've got the sample trolls, they call them. I think Jay-Z named them that. Going around, forged my signature, and been collecting money on all these samples. I'm talking about hundreds of millions. Then take that to the bank, all these samples to the bank, and get loans from the banks. If you go online and start looking up at the Copyright Office, you'll see Dr. Funkenstein in 2,000 songs. You click on that, start looking through that, you see all these other songs of hip-hop artists that were sampled Dr. Funkenstein and put them all together and go to a bank and get $20 million the collateral loans on it. This is the kind of stuff that's going on.
That's incredible.
With Bridgeport Music, BMI, copyright. I mean, these are like institutions.
Yeah.
So all of that is getting ready to explode all around the world. So the Funk Probatsky, along with the cartoons and the free downloads and new music,
Right.
people can check out all of that stuff. And we having fun. So no need to cry, because that's another good reason to funk.
That's right.
Right.
Like I tell you, I put a lyrical foot so far up in your ass, you won't be able to pass verbal gas.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's incredible. I didn't know there was that kind of criminal activity going out there. I mean, people stealing millions of dollars.
We went up to the U.S. Copyright Office. We got the okay from Congress.
Mm-hmm.
They connected to each other. You can walk through the tunnel. If you go up a funky Probosky, you see us walking through the tunnel from the Copyright Office over to the Congress.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in all of that, because that's huge to be able to
And then
protect.
there's a George S. Clinton.
Oh yeah,
right.
The composer, right? Yeah. I mean, that's.
I don't think he even know it, but they got like a bunch of numbers for him and myself. My songs will go to him one every year of his making my way, but like hundreds of thousands of dollars go through his name, and I don't think he's again, because he wasn't surprised, but he knew something was funny.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's gonna look into it himself. But we got in touch with him, and he said he'd seen a lot of that. If you go to iTunes, they have George S. Clinton
Right.
on Atomic Dog.
Oh man.
And you take it down, and you go to Europe, and it's still on there.
Right.
So he said, he's looking into it himself. So like last week, we got in touch with him. So all that kind of stuff is going on. But at the same time, like I said, we got that doo-doo. That's the new funk we came up with. That doo-doo.
Man, but at least you keep coming up with the right music. You're putting out good stuff no matter what. Even right now, I mean, looking forward to the new stuff. And anybody who would steal from legitimate artists like you and legends, that's the lowest form of life right there.
Well, they're doing it to everybody.
Yeah.
They do it rock and roll because they figure, well, he's drugged out. I said, drugs ain't that good. Don't believe the hype. Drugs ain't that good.
Right.
No way. I mean, it made me had to sell my habit to eBay so I could pay attention. So usually you do be out there. A lot of it's my fault so I ain't crying like that.
Right.
But I still wrote it.
See, and that should be an inspiration for everyone to hear, all the hardship that you've gone through with this legal issue, but yet you still remain positive and you're still very, in general, happy with everything.
You got to take the blame for whatever happened.
Right.
I don't know. I can say you can erase it. You pay a lot of money to get f***ed up, and when you do, you be f***ed up.
Right.
So you do f***ed up things sometimes.
Right.
No doubt.
That ain't got nothing to do with the fact that you wrote this.
That's a good
You know
point.
what I'm saying? And so it's just up to me. Okay, I can't get f***ed up like that no more.
Right.
At least I got to do it very strategically. But for the most part, I can't even do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody gonna wait for you to get there and go get you. I mean, they ain't gonna wait, but they can do it better if you're already messed up.
They're going to take advantage of it, yeah.
No doubt.
So yeah, I can be positive about it because I got my own part in that happened. But
Right.
at the same time, it give me something really good to like I said, put my foot up in there, lyrical foot up in the air.
Again, across the board with Ian the Colonel here on Hawk Radio, the living legend, George Clinton on with us right now. Let's go into some more positive notes, I guess. What's your favorite song to play live? I mean, obviously your live show is what people need to see. I mean, everything's incredible on the CDs, MP3s, everything, but you've been playing live shows for 40 years. What's your favorite song when you're up there on stage to play live?
Oh, man, you know what? We go through, it's almost like the Dead. We'll go through 3 or 4 of our songs in one long groove sometimes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to get into the audiences that can appreciate the funk.
Mm-hmm.
So say after 2.5 hours after we've been on stage, and then we'll start playing old funkadelic stuff.
Yeah.
The people that stay there then get the show for us, I'm concerned. Because we'll go through, I Bet You, good old funky music, I Got a Thing, all those songs back in the Tommy Dog. Go right through one, weave them through one, and make one long, super groovalistic, close to funkification type song.
Well, speaking of that, you're on tour right now. You're coming through our area, and we're happen to be in Maryland. So you're coming through Baltimore this summer. Definitely going to be at that show.
DC,
but
Constitution
again,
Hall.
yeah, people can are listening to you all around the world right now. How can they keep in touch with where you are? What music is coming out and where you are?
Check out that from Probosky.
Yeah.
And they can see where we're at, and they can get a new music because we get the number store. We have all these albums that we've been recording. That since radio is not living up to radio no more, that's a shame.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all here, because radio used to have a ball on it. That's where hip hop come from.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to talk on the radio and talk, you sit over top of the record, jam with the record. In Baltimore, Washington used to be that's what we call it Chocolate City.
Right.
We used to have a ball coming down through there, and we still do for radio. We got one called Radio Friendly.
Right.
Check that out on the site, and you'll be able to see when we coming through, get new music, get some free downloads.
What's the wildest thing you've ever asked for in your contract writer in your dressing room?
Oh, what's the wildest thing? Damn, I forgot. If you remember that, you were there.
Now that is a way better answer than I would have thought.
That's great.
That's what I'm talking about. George, what one person or moment has had the most impact on who you are today, personally or professionally?
Okay, well, the fact that I'm still doing it at this age, would have been B.B. King.
Right.
I mean, I just heard him on his 50th birthday years ago. It was 50, and when I heard him say that and he was still doing it, I think, what the f***, I ain't in no hurry.
Right?
That made me slow down to the point that I never thought about age anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But as far as inspiration-wise, Motown
Yeah.
as a company, I used to work for them. That I wanted to be like that. The Beatles as a group,
Right.
as a writing team, that whole writing. Sly Stone as a writer.
Mm-hmm.
I use people milestones, like when I do something that I feel like I haven't done nothing. Like when I hear Eminem, I feel like I ain't right.
Right.
When I hear Rakim right around, I feel like, damn, I thought I wrote some pretty good shit.
Yeah.
But they make you feel like, hey, you got to start over again. And I can use those kind of milestones to make me energize myself. Yellow Submarine would make me, that movie will make me start all over again. I don't care how bad I feel.
That movie's a trip, yeah.
Certain things, but just the beginning of it was a cousin took me to the Apollo Theater. And from that moment on, seeing, the doo-wop groups, the Spaniels, that just started me off. Frankie Lyman was there. And that started me on a trip there. Like I say, periodically, I have to re-energize myself. And the best thing for me, for us coming up with something new, is to hear older musicians or parents say, that ain't music. When I hear that, that's the music I want.
Absolutely, yeah.
As soon as I hear that, like hip-hop or pop, rock and roll, as soon as I hear that, I remember from my rock and roll days how they said that wasn't music.
Right.
Every time I hear something new like that, and they say ain't music, I know that's going to be the new music.
That's incredible insight.
What do you think is the album that you own that might surprise your fans the most?
Wow.
I know you're not going to say Kelly Clarkson or something.
No, I've worked with them, but I worked with them, not Kelly Clarkson, but Beyonce, the other Kelly. I worked with Beyonce when they was like 13.
Oh, yeah, Kelly Rowland, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Eminem when he was like 15. All of them. I mean, I know them. I'm trying to think of somebody. There's a few of them. Well, I know they know Thomas Dolby, but.
Okay.
I tell you what. What's his name? They used to do Bob Marley's.
Peter Tosh?
No, the producer. Oh, man, he's still around.
Oh, that name's escaping me. We'll get on top of that, though. Colonel, look that up for me. Across the board again with Ian the Colonel here with George Clinton on the line. This is something we like to ask all of our guests. I'm really looking forward to hearing your answer on this. If you had 5 to 10 minutes left to live in your life, what one song would you want to play or listen to in your final moments? I know you have a long life left, but I'm just saying, if you were going out, what one song would you want to go out with?
Goddamn, get off your ass and jail.
Yes.
George, how are you feeling these days? I mean, you're back in the studio and everything. What else do you have? We talked about what else do you have to accomplish. What do you want your legacy to be when you're done? Hopefully, that's a long time from now. But you feel.
I always tell people that I don't give a about that. They ain't got the pyramid. They can let me stink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm doing all I can right now. I ain't trying to go nowhere. I'm doing all I can right now. I refuse to let what I did get in the way of me being able to do some more. So I'm kind of like go for the fact that we actually got some noise going about this copyright issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's all this music is going around the world. Hip hop proved to be way different than what people thought it was because of lyrics and stuff.
Right.
I tend to believe that if you can change your mind, you can change anything. If you can change, hey, man, that's a bad shirt you got on, and people know that means that's a good shirt, you can do the same thing with lyrics. Because you can't change people, stop them from saying what they want to say.
Right.
But if you can change what they say means.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's up to you, So to me, we used to play the dozen, we call it.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about each other and everything. Once we got past the point of talking about your mama, and it was okay.
Right.
But that anything else anybody say, kiss my ass.
Right.
They ain't nothing but the word. So especially you get paid too.
That's true.
To me, I look at it like kids gonna do whatever you don't want them to do anyway. They found a way to change all of that weapon.
Right.
Where it used to be weapon, it's got rid of a bunch of weapons. And old people, like my age, don't agree to that. But bad words don't have to mean what we used to think they mean.
That's true.
I mean, when you say, man, that's a bad shirt you got on, I guarantee you a whole lot of people feel that you might be. That's a nice shirt you got on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. I mean,
it's a different way.
And that's
it's a
just my
different
opinion. I get chewed up for saying it, but I'm 70 years old. I can say what I want.
yeah, you can. Yeah, you've earned the right for sure. But that's incredible wisdom, though. I mean, you're right. I mean, and I think I learned that maybe last year or something like that. It's so hard to remember it, but you can't change other people, but you can change the way you react to them. Yeah, exactly right.
That's your right.
Yep.
It ain't easy if you don't think, but if you think for a minute, you always change your mind about stuff.
Yeah.
So why not do it on purpose?
Yep.
That's very true.
Absolutely.
I like it.
And George, again, we can't tell you how much we appreciate the time. This is actually, our first time meeting you, talking to you on the phone. You're just as cool and, lived up to the hype and everything like that. I'd imagine you'd be like a great laid back cat. So we appreciate the time and looking, I listen to your music all the time, but I'm looking forward to the new stuff coming out as well. Funkprobosky.com is the blog, the website. Go on there to find out everything. And please, people,
GeorgeClinton.com as well.
GeorgeClinton.com as well. Get involved in these legal battles. Let people know, who the right artists are. If you're an artist, get your lawyers to look into this kind of stuff. You don't want to get people ripped off.
Watch their lawyers too, because their lawyers might be getting a piece of it.
Right.
Check it out.
Yeah, exactly. Watch your back, because who's watching your back, for you? You got to check yourself out there. So this has been across the board again. Funk Probosky, GeorgeClinton.com. Check him out. He's on the road right now. Go out and get it. Go get the entire back catalog. I'm sure iTunes has got some kind of collection for that as well.
And go check out the mothership in the Smithsonian.
Absolutely. I'm going to the Smithsonian. Check it out right now.
Out.
No doubt.
Yes, do that.
Absolutely. George, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. This has been Across the Board with Ian the Colonel. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes here on Hawk Radio.
HawkRadio.org.